All right. Bags are packed again. These bags stay packed. Travel size segment. Another one. 52. Back at it again. This time we're going to touch on a really cool subject, a cool thing that came across on social media there. Social media is the end all be all of us. But first, before I get into that, Jennifer, we were watching TV the other day, and I was going through the HBO app, and I came across an old movie that I wanted to see. It was from the 80s. I can't remember the year. It was 80 something. And Starman. And it was with Jeff Bridges and Karen Allen. And Karen Allen, Jennifer, you said Karen Allen was in Scrooge, right? Yeah, she was in Scrooge. But
Bill Murray.
With Bill Murray, yeah, Bill Murray. And that lady from License to Drive, the mom, right? She was in it too? The mom from License to Drive?
Yeah.
She's mashed potatoes with ketchup.
Yes, she was the fairy.
Right. So Jeff Bridges was in this, and a young Jeff Bridges, very young Jeff Bridges. And Starman, it's science fiction. An alien comes down, crash lands, and it's just an orb, and then it goes into Karen Allen's house. It goes into her house. Her husband just died. It goes inside her brain and her mind, and her husband just died, which was Jeff Bridges, and it became him. And it was the cheesiest scene ever when the alien is becoming Jeff Bridges, because it starts off as a baby, and it's in the living room. She's waking up because she's hearing all this ruckus and shit. She's waking up. She comes out of her bedroom, and she comes to the living room on the floor. It's a baby. It's like that. The little baby growing and growing, and just you could. I appreciate it because it wasn't CGI. It was none of that bullshit. It was just you could tell it was like animatronics and claymation and stuff. But it was growing, and it looked so weird, and then the face was all elongated. It was just weird. It was funny. I'll put a clip in it, and you can see what I'm talking about. And it becomes Jeff Bridges, and he's butt naked. He's naked for 5 or 10 minutes, and
I was okay with that.
Yeah, you were okay with that, yeah. But yeah, he's an alien. He learns how to speak English, and it scares the shit out of her because it's her husband. It's her husband that just died, and she's tripping out and everything. And the whole point of it is he's got to get back to where his craft landed. His craft's coming to pick him up because he crash landed. They're gonna come to pick him up, and he's got to go to like Arizona or something like that. And she's got to drive, but she doesn't know that he's not trying to hurt her. He's just trying to get her to take him to the rendezvous point where he's gonna get picked up at. And in they're like halfway through the movie, she goes, "If you're gonna kill me, kill me." He's like, "I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to. I'm your friend. I'm here to learn while I'm here, but I'm gonna go back." And they run into some shenanigans on the way. Of course, they go to a diner. He learns how to eat pie, and it was funny because me and Jennifer both looked at each other because she's like, she orders him food and a pie, and he's gonna eat the pie first. And she goes, "No, you don't eat your dessert first. You eat your food first." And we're like, "Well, eat it however order you want to." It was just funny how we do that. How as people we do that. We desserts last. Why can't you eat it first?
Yep.
So it's just funny.
Eat it all in one sitting anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna eat it all, so go down the same hole. But it's just something like that. As a kid growing up, I always thought that too. It's just like, why do we do that? Why do I have to wait to eat that? I'm gonna eat it all anyway. And like I said, in one sitting, I'm gonna eat it all. So why can't I have the dessert first? Anyway, so they eat that. They have, and then like I said, they're at a rest stop, and at this point she's trying to think of running away from him and whatever. And to escaping from, at this point she's like she's being kidnapped, but she's not. Anyway, she sees the turning point in her is when they pull to the rest stop, to the restaurant, and there's a man strapping down a deer to his hood. He just shot a deer, and Jeff Bridges, the alien, says, he's like, was it dead? She's like, yeah, that's what they do. They shoot, they hunt for them. He goes, he's like sad. He was like taken aback by it. It was dead. Anyway, they go in, he comes back out, and then he has these little balls, these little balls, like. And he brought the deer back to life. Of course, the hunter gets pissed off, hits him and shit. And that's when she stays with him because she's like, oh, he's compassionate and all that good stuff. And then the hunter hits him, and then it was a big ordeal. But the point is, they get to the rendezvous, and if I'm not mistaken, because I can't remember how it ended because we got distracted, and I've seen it a million times as a kid. I just remember, I think he ends up staying. I believe he ends up staying. But
spoiler alert.
I mean, it's from fucking the 80s. If you haven't seen it by now, it's on you. And if you're interested...
And that's for me, because we didn't finish it.
Well, I know, but I knew the ending. I just can't remember at the moment what it was. But yeah, Jeff Bridges was great. He was young as hell in that movie. He looked fantastic, and his hair was perfectly coiffed. And, but yeah, I showed her Starman as that sci-fi. So what I'm getting to is that sparked my thing, what I came across, what I thought was just the most amazing thing ever. I came across this thing called ACU, and it's African cinematic universe, and it's these teenagers from West Africa, and they did a whole movie. I think it's an hour-long movie. I think you can see it on YouTube. I've seen a little bit of it. I haven't had a chance to see it because I've been busy doing multiple tasks around the house here, but I saw a little bit about 15 10 minutes. It's great. It's like a sci-fi action movie with special effects, and the whole movie is done on CapCut. It's 6 teenagers from Africa, and it's mind-blowing. It blew me away, the talent, and that's what they want to do. They want to be. It's called the name of the movie is called He Has Gone Rogue: The Return of Cyrus, and it's a CapCut. All the special effects is CapCut. And like I said, it's like a superhero kind of movie, and they're passionate. They want to be filmmakers, and it's all done on an iPhone. And I was just looking at I watched it, like I said, I watched it for like 15 minutes, and it just blew me away how talented these kids are. It's just, it's technology can be evil, but it also can be a positive thing. And for these kids, it's very positive. Like, they're just teenagers. They're all friends, and they all shot this together. And if you check it out, it's follow them on they're on TikTok and Instagram, and it's the ACU, African Cinematic Universe. And like I said, it's just teenagers, and they're killing it, man. And I couldn't believe the work they did. It was something else. But it's crazy what an iPhone can do, right? iPhone's something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, iPhones, technology is something else. Sometimes it's good and bad. But the last thing that kind of wrapped this all up and put a nice bow on it ended. I came across another story on, where I get my news, TikTok and Instagram. I half read the caption, and I'm good enough with that because it makes me happy. But it's in China. They're gonna unveil the first ever AI hospital, and it's gonna be 14 AI doctors and 4 AI nurses, and they can treat up to 10,000 patients in a day, in days. This task would take us 2 years to do, and they can do it in a couple of days.
And they probably have better bedside manner.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure the AI has it's probably been taught better. And so that it has the doctors have a 93% accuracy rate. It's medically licensed exam questions, and then also scheduled to be starting in the second half of 2024. And it's going to change the way they do things. They just want to make things more streamlined, faster. Like I said, we're humans. We can only go so fast. People got to go on vacation. They got shit to do, besides, treat the patient.
Besides their job.
Besides what they're supposed to be doing. But that's neither here nor there. But I think that's fascinating, the technology that we're at, where, AI, we're going to have doctors. There won't be any more doctors in the hospital. And the last thing I had was, I had one more thing. And I think you've done this, it does this now. I think, like you say, when we go to like Sam's, you ring things up. But this one has got a cart. The cart itself, you put the item in the cart, and the cart has like a scanning thing in there.
Some Krogers do that, it's like not ours.
Cart, yeah, it's a cart that has like a scan. You drop it in there, and even if you have like fruit, it weighs it.
Yeah, and there's like a little screen where their handle is.
Yeah, where you push, the screen is telling you the price, and it's going as it's going, and it's just like, I think that's technology is something else, man. That I'm cool with, because it's like if you're on a budget for groceries, it keeps you in line. You can't grab trash, and you can't grab trash like. You won't grab the trash. You grab the necessities. What you need. But that AI technology, again, I always like to throw these little stories in there because I'm just always fascinated by where we're going, and we're getting there. We're getting close to the future. Not quite, because I still can't make a phone call on an iPhone to Jennifer. Yeah. It's always a bad signal, even if I'm 5 minutes from the house. But yeah, man, I just wanted, the main thing about this little clip was just to showcase and talk about those kids, man, from African teenagers, man, West Africa, and film the future, man. If that's the future and they're creative like that, man, with just the iPhone, I can't wait to see what they do with actual, cameras and equipment and sound and all that stuff, and all the extra bullshit that they add to the movies. But yeah, just the iPhone and CapCut. It's CapCut's first movie. So I don't know. Give those guys a follow, man. Those kids they're geniuses, man. Give those kids a follow, man, on Instagram and TikTok. And we're gonna keep going here, keep rolling on the 52 here. A lot of segments coming your way. Got a lot of stuff coming out. A lot of content, little content. And yeah, just stay tuned. Thank you.